Hello, and welcome to another episode of Speaking into the Abyss. I'm Des.
And I'm Jess, and welcome to another Reddit Rift episode.
Woo.
Okay, I'm gonna get us started off with it's kind of a long one, so bear with me. It's a little bit long. Reading it out loud, I don't know how fast it's actually gonna go by, but there is two updates. I'll just summarize them. I feel like some of them just have extra stuff that we might not really care about.
Right.
But 1 second, let me pull it up. Okay. So this is I'm secretly in love with my best friend, and yesterday he introduced me as his sister. Throwaway because he knows my account name. I, 25 female, have known my best friend, 26 male, for 12 years. I've been secretly in love with him for about half of that time. Just a little backstory, we met back in middle school when his family moved into the townhouse next to ours when I was in 7th grade. He was in 8th. We quickly became friends not long after and were spending a lot of time together. Basic friendly interactions. Our backyards were connected, so when our parents were asleep, he would sometimes slip out of his patio door and come over to my room, and we would just talk. Around my junior year, his senior year of high school, we were both going through bad breakups at the same time. One of these nights, he came over and kind of made a joke about how easy it would be for us to just date. I agreed, but we kind of laughed it off and didn't bring it back up. Then, about 2 weeks later, it finally happened. We did everything but have sex that night. The next day, we both kind of moved on like it never happened. However, things slowly changed after that. This is when I began developing feelings. We both graduated. He moved away as fast as he could, not very far, just a couple towns over. The first couple years of not being right next door, we barely saw each other, but still texted and occasionally talked on the phone. I figured this was mostly due to the fact that he started dating someone at this time. Over the last 3 years, we've been closer than ever, both of us single. We talk on the phone every single day and have not missed a day, even if it's a quick hello and just checking in. He knows I'm afraid of bugs and has came to my place to kill big spiders for me, a couple of those times being in between 1 to 3 in the morning. We frequently buy each other gifts for holidays, birthdays, and often just because. Every year he takes me out on Valentine's Day and my birthday to rather extravagant dinners and an activity he thinks I would enjoy.
Damn.
A few times he sent flowers to my job just because he wanted to surprise me. And a couple months ago, even delivered them to me in person because I was having a bad day. I've taken him on vacation for his birthday, just the two of us, and I've also surprised him at work with various gifts if he was having a bad day. We take care of each other when we're sick, like sleeping over at each other's house and basically nursing each other back to health. He knows thunderstorms scare me and will often spend the night with me if it's really getting to me. Yes, sleeping in the same bed, he has on multiple occasions said things like, I wish I could date someone like you, or I wish I could find someone like me for you.
Wow.
To which I have replied, yeah, we would be perfect for each other, but we always leave it there. This year, I moved closer to him, about a 3-minute drive. He also works in the area where I work 3 days a week. We both work in an office setting that allows us to talk on the phone all day while we're working. It's basically a part of our routine. He calls me on his way to work. Unless one of us has a meeting, we stay on the phone all day until we get off. Our coworkers know this about us. He has been out with my coworkers and I for drinks. While I have not met any of his, I've talked to a couple of them on the phone. As sometimes when he's in office, he will have me in speaker. They know me by name, but have never met me in person. I work mornings and he starts in the afternoon. So when I'm getting off of work, he's usually going in on his lunch. If I'm working from home, he'll come over on his lunch break and I'll make him food. When I'm in the office, I'll pick him up something and bring it to him, or just grab him and would go out to eat on his lunch. Well, yesterday he was getting off of work early and I was picking him up to go to dinner and then to our town's carnival together. He purposely walked to work this day because the carnival is near his office and parking is horrendous. When I got there, he was finishing up some work and I had to go to the bathroom really bad, so I came up to use theirs. He got me and brought me back to his office. While we were walking out, we ran into a couple of his coworkers and they asked if I was his girlfriend. I said no and thought we would leave it there. He doubled down and said, "This is my little sister." I was floored.
Whoa.
He has never referred to me as his sister, at least to my knowledge. I've never told him how I feel about him, but I've hinted around it a little, and our mutual friends have asked us why we just aren't dating. And he has said he doesn't want to lose me as a friend. Call me crazy, but if anything, my feelings have tripled for him over the last 3 years of him basically treating me like his girlfriend. Now I feel completely stupid, like I read into things too deeply. This morning he called me when he was leaving work. His office occasionally has work on Saturdays when they're busy. He told me his coworkers asked about me, saying that they've never seen him with a girl and could have sworn we were dating on the way we were looking at each other. They said that they've never seen him look so happy as when we were together. He told him that, I think she meant to say them. He told them that it's just great having someone in his life who completely understands him and he can be himself around. I'm so confused. I'm not going to tell him how I feel, but I just think like him thinking of me as his sister has me so shocked, confused, and feeling like an idiot.
That's like really crazy, okay?
Which I was like, well, like, dude, because literally if that was happening to me, I would definitely think there's something.
Well, yeah, especially all the dates and like the dates, the
sleepovers.
Literally, like, I wish I could find someone like me for you. It's so specific. Like, not even like, I wish I could find you a good guy. Just like a guy like me.
Or like I wish I could be with you.
Yeah, like so weird.
Okay, so here's one of the updates.
I think it's even weirder that he said little sister. Not like, oh, she's like a sister to me.
Yeah.
But like, she's my little sister.
Yeah.
Weird.
I wonder if one of the coworkers was like someone he had a crush
what
on.
I was thinking. Well, okay. All right.
Okay, here's one of the updates. Literally 2 people asked me for an update. So here I am. 2 people. I feel like the title needs a recap, and then she just does a quick little TLDR. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay. Well, as a lot of the comments said, he stated that he's not attracted to me. The opportunity finally arose for me to bring it up casually. We were talking about relationships, and he was saying how he hasn't had much luck finding anyone. Things just haven't worked out for various reasons. Despite a lot of the comments, none of these reasons have been for how close we are. So as he's telling me about the latest girl he stopped talking to, I said, well, it sounds like you need to change it from what you usually go for. I basically told him he needs someone like me and our relationship. He agreed. He literally said, word for word, yeah, you're right. If you were someone else, we would definitely be together. This was my first opportunity to bring it up, but I chickened out. Then we were both talking about how we haven't had sex in a while and we've both been single. And I said, yeah, we should help each other out. He kind of laughed awkwardly, and I should have taken that as a sign, but I was in it now. I had the courage to finally ask why we never dated. He admitted that he used to have feelings for me in high school, but didn't think I would leave my ex. The ex he was referring to was a guy that I was with before we had our one night that we don't talk about. I asked him why he thought that when literally with him afterwards, we never spoke of it. He said it just didn't seem like I was over him at the time. So naturally I asked, what about after when he realized I didn't want him back? He said he had already started thinking of me differently and now sees me as his sister. He says he couldn't go back to that now. It's too weird, and it would be like he was really dating his sister. I didn't really push the conversation after it. I just let it in. I actually feel like he lied to me, which is a lot. I've never felt that way before. I really think he was never attracted to me in the first place. Maybe that night was just a rebound situation and he didn't want to hurt my feelings. Either way, I know the truth now and I'm moving on. A lot of people said I was letting these feelings hold me back from relationships, and genuinely, I wasn't. I've dated and things have ended for various reasons. Also, none of these reasons being because of my relationship with him. I actually found out the reason none of his exes had an issue with me was because he was telling him I was his sister the whole time. So yeah, safe to say that's never happening. I still feel utterly stupid and delusional for ever thinking it was anything romantic, but lesson learned, I guess. This isn't going to end our friendship, but I will definitely be setting more boundaries with no sleepovers.
Okay.
So I was like, oh,
I mean, it's kind of bitter.
Yeah.
Ending. It's not really bittersweet. Like, it is what it is. She just has to move on. But, like, at least she's, like, taking it on the chin, I guess.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I feel like it's fucked up. Like
dude, like,
he led her on, like, the whole time.
Sure.
Like, that's really fucked. And she's just being a good sport about, like, oh, we'll still be friends. Like, it's cool. It's like, dang. Like, if it wasn't for her, there probably wouldn't be a friendship.
Yeah. And then there's a final update.
Okay.
It says, okay, so I wasn't going to make another update, but I feel like we're on this journey now. TLDR, blah, 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 blah. Well, sorry to disappoint. Oh, wait. Oh, now that we're all caught up onto the update, so many comments said my approach should have been direct. A few people thinking he probably has feelings for me, but is also scared I don't feel the same way. Well, sorry to disappoint. That wasn't the case.
Okay.
A couple days ago, he sent me a TikTok of a guy saying something like, to my girlfriends, if you've never been fucked right, it's my duty to show you what good dick feels like. So with this TikTok and my encouragement from the comments, I finally did it. I responded back with a TikTok that said something on the lines of, when he's calling you his sister, but he should be calling you his soulmate. He responded with a laugh emoji, and I responded back to it, I'm serious. It took him a couple hours to respond,
gosh,
and I was sure he still didn't get it, but he finally did. He called me as I was leaving work. He asked about if the TikTok meant what he thought it meant. I said, if you think it means that I feel like we're meant to be together, but you're out here calling me your sister, then yes. He just went silent. So silent that I had to check and make sure the call hadn't disconnected.
Oh my God, okay.
I said, nervous. Did I break you? He asked where this was coming from. And I said, I've had feelings for a while. And I wasn't sure if he felt the same way. So I hadn't said anything. Well, a couple of y'all guess what happened next. He has a problem with my size.
Ooh.
Since this is anonymous anyways, I'll just put the numbers out. Back in high school, I was around 250. I graduated early, so I finished at the end of my junior year, which allowed me to have a gap year. During this time, I was working 2 full-time jobs and a part-time. I know, when the fuck did I sleep? After an accident where I fell down on some concrete stairs, broke my leg in 2 places. It was a winter and the stairs were icy. I lost all 3 of my jobs and was unemployed for the next 10 months.
Wait, is that around the time when they had first lived together? Or not?
I'm guessing so, because I think the hookup was like at the end of their high school.
Okay.
And okay, I was extremely depressed and definitely put on some weight and have just been going up in weight for years. Now I'm currently 432 pounds and still on my longest journey to get back to at least my high school weight for now. He said he's never dated anyone my size before and does not know how it would work, during sex. None of this was making sense to me. Every girl he has dated is technically the same size as me. He has always dated shorter girls, 5 to 5'3" by his own account. They're all 200 to 250 pounds. I am 5'7". Technically, the way I carry the weight is no different than anyone else he has dated.
Technically, okay.
What I did not know is that one time I went to lunch with him, and a doctor's note was like after a doctor's appointment, the papers were there in my car, and he saw that my weight was 464 at the time.
So he just had a number.
And this apparently is when he started to look at me differently, because he didn't think that it would logistically work out. But oh, don't worry, he understands that I literally have everything he is looking for in a relationship. He actually said, you always fill in the gap when I don't have a girlfriend. Seriously, what the fuck? I had to dig real deep into my years of therapy, because my first thought was, okay, so if I get back to 250, then he'll have feelings for me again. I was disgusted with myself for even thinking that. Aww. Needless to say, we haven't talked in days. I scheduled another therapy appointment, and I don't think we can even be friends after this. I guess thanks Reddit for encouraging me to have a direct conversation and really discover how he feels about me. Then she edited more stuff, basically just like, this is what I'm wearing. And he also mentions that she's a 4X and he's a 3X, so he is also a bigger guy.
Okay.
But yeah, just like mentions that she struggles with PCOS and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But she's working with a dietitian on medicine, like been trying really hard for years and it's been slowly going down. But she's like, I'm trying to,
it's a forever battle.
yeah,
with
she's like,
PCOS.
it's me trying to reverse like 10 years of
Health
terrible
also.
health and neglect on top of whatever.
Oh my god.
But yeah, dude.
Poor girl.
I know. I was like, dang. Like, I don't know. At first, the title definitely intrigued me. And I was like, oh. And I was like, well, yeah, dude, I'd probably be like in love with that guy too. Like,
I think it's crazy that people on the internet were able to guess that that was his hang up.
well, I feel like Reddit.
Is that a personal
I
thing?
feel like Reddit sleuths. I feel like they're just on the app so much. They probably
They
have
know.
idea. They're like,
this is a common.
they're like, I've seen this before.
Yeah, they're like, wait,
'Cause,
hold on. He
like,
said what?
yeah, it's either like not attracted to you or like, because I feel like too when people are like
Has
being
secret
suspicious, they're
girlfriend.
like cheating.
Yeah.
Like this,
That's
like
true.
seriously call it out of nowhere.
That's true. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is relationship advice.
Okay.
This is a little bit short, but it says, title, my 35 male girlfriend, 35 female, slept with the majority of her current friends and is annoyed I'm weirded out by it. Okay. I'm looking for perspective to see if I'm even right to be thinking this way and how I can deal with it based on people with similar experience. My girlfriend has a huge social circle, tons of friends, males and females, many she's been friends with since childhood. Recently, I learned that the vast majority of her guy friends and some girlfriends she hangs out with are people she slept with in the past 6 to 10 years or more. When we started dating, she told me she has a lot of exes and ex friends with benefits, and I'm okay with that. I have a solid rap sheet too. However, I'm not in contact with anyone I ever slept with. She also told me it is really important for her that I get along with her guy friends, as she's been friends with them for 10 to 15 years. I met them a few times, even slept at house gatherings in the past months, but I recently learned she slept with most of them. And even though it's in the past, I feel so weirded out by it. Most of them are married, and there's nothing romantic or sexual between any of them for a long time, but the idea that I was hanging out with a bunch of guys who all slept with my girlfriend is eating me out from the inside. I tried to talk to her about how I feel. I don't want her to stop seeing her friends, but for sure, at the very moment, I can't imagine myself hanging out with them. She got very annoyed that I focus on small details and can't understand why I'm making such a big thing out of this. She sees it as perfectly normal, and I'm sure one day I'll be fine with it. But for now, I have been feeling sick for 2 days straight, unable to eat or sleep because
no.
I'm overthinking all of that. Anyone ever got into similar situations? How did it work out? Too long, didn't read. Girlfriend's lived with the vast majority of her current friends. Doesn't understand why I'm uncomfortable hanging out with them right after.
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel bad because he feels so bad. And like, I mean, every person, I don't know, can feel whatever way.
They have different boundaries.
Yeah. Because like, I guess the thing is like, it was never brought up immediately.
Right. She just kind of made it seem like it's not ever been a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe that was his assumption. Maybe that's the point. Like, maybe that's the thing about assuming, right? That they say, don't ever assume because you make an ass out of me and you. But I wonder if, like, if she did kind of say something in the past or not about it.
Well, and then, okay, so here's, like, my question for you. If this was you, would you prefer to know early on in your relationship? Or would like
not want to know?
Like not want to know. And like if you find out later and you have a conversation, because obviously we can't see that part, but like what if her conversation's like, oh, it was something so like doesn't matter that like I didn't think it was important because like that was so long ago I never even think about it. It was like a one-off or something.
Right. Well, if you're asking me personally, I'd want to know straight off the bat. Okay. And I feel like finding things out later on, especially depending on how long into the relationship it is.
Yeah.
It does matter. Like if I find out years into the relationship, like we definitely have an issue. I don't care how like minuscule you thought the thing was. The fact is you didn't tell me. I don't care. Like that's so weird that you didn't tell me. If it's so nothing, then why couldn't I know? Yeah, why wouldn't I know?
And now my question is, if they did bring it up, is that a
deal breaker?
Yes.
So I don't know because like this guy says they're all married and they all have like their own things. They haven't had anything like that in a really long time. And he can clearly see that. It's just the fact of the matter
The
is she didn't
lie,
bring it
yeah.
up. Yeah. So it's like, and I feel like that's it. And like maybe because she was so adamant that he had to hang out with them.
Yeah.
Like that's also weird. I think that is weird. Like I
Okay,
think
yeah.
it's like one thing to be like, oh, I hope my friends get along with my partner and my partner gets along with my friends.
Yeah,
It's another
definitely.
thing to be like, no, you need to hang out with them. And
Yeah.
especially after they're like, hey, well, that kind of makes me uncomfortable because I didn't know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
fucked all of them. And then it's like, well, no, you still need to, you know?
Yeah,
like that's
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
shitty.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I don't know. But I was gonna ask you, like, is it a deal breaker for you if you meet someone new and everybody that they're friends with, they've also had been
Yeah.
sexually interacting with?
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of biased because I have been with a few friends,
Mhm.
and like I'm still pretty close to all of them, but it was like just like one-offs or like maybe just a few times. And like, I don't know, for me personally in that situation, me and those people had like kind of like this like just agreement, or like not even an agreement, but it was just like very casual, very like it happened, and then like we were just normal after.
Is that
like,
unspoken or is that something discussed?
that was unspoken.
Okay.
And I think because I don't know, I think it was like one of those like unspoken, like you guys stare into each other's eyes and you guys have like a understanding. You just kind of like
Sure,
make
yeah.
a little nod towards
Right,
each other.
like, right.
And they're like, oh, this is like the vibe we're doing. We're just
Okay.
like, yeah, like for me, it was never anything more than that. It was just kind of like, we both need to do something. So why
Right, we're
not?
both trying to just have a good time.
Yeah.
Do you think, would you be shocked if then you met somebody and you had to, or would you tell them that then? Because like, put yourself in their position. Would you be upfront and say, oh, by the way, these friends that I have, I slept with them whatever amount of years ago?
Well, with my past partner, I did.
Okay.
So I think I would.
But was
again.
it more recent to the time that you had done those things? Or
yeah,
was
because
it
it was like pretty
Right.
like towards when me and them had gotten together. It was like within like the year.
So I guess today, if it happened today, you met somebody, would you bring up that stuff from years ago and say, "Oh, by the way, these friends that I have, I slept with them this amount of years ago," or would it not cross your mind?
I
Like
was
maybe
gonna
she
say,
did
I
it.
feel like now not as much, because now that we're way older,
Right.
and a lot of us like barely see each other,
Right.
like it probably wouldn't come up. If it's someone that I do hang out with a little bit more, I would be like, hey, I still hang out with this friend. And like, I feel like not on the first date, but maybe like
Sure.
after we've been dating for a while, and then it's like serious, and like I'm like, oh, by the way, just so you know, like back in my day,
Right.
me and this person had like a one night or something.
Would you be upset if they were upset about it?
I don't think I would necessarily be upset.
Would you not care? You'd
I
be
feel
like, well,
like-
that's kind of your own thing, or what?
I not like your own thing. I just feel like those are your feelings, and like I can't go back and unfuck them. Like,
No, yeah, but I guess like the idea that you're still friends with them,
Oh.
that makes them uncomfortable. And like, I guess
Yeah.
they're not asking you to change
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but it does make them uncomfortable. Would that make you feel uncomfortable that they're uncomfortable?
I
Or like,
guess
what would you
not.
think?
I would just say like, this is what it is. Like,
Right.
like,
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I don't think I would personally have an issue with it unless like they're like super super best friends and like it's weird. You know what I mean?
Like, what do
like
you mean?
like the guy,
Sure.
like the guy from my
Sure,
story.
or he's like, she's like my sister, she's my little sister, but they're like going
having
on
like
dates and
sleepovers.
stuff.
I'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
interesting.
Okay. So if you were in his shoes and you were dating somebody and then he or she was like, I guess he for your example was like, "Hey, I want you to hang out with these girlfriends of mine, like
Yeah.
we're all really close." And
Yeah.
you were like spending the night with them and stuff, and then it like came out that
Yeah.
he slept with every single one of them,
Yeah.
but they're all still really close.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter to you.
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. Especially if they're all like
Yeah.
wifed up and stuff. I'd be
Sure,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and I have one more for us. My fiance lied about being allergic to cats for 5 years.
Oh.
So I, 30 female, have always wanted a cat. My fiance, 31 male, told me in our early relationship that he was severely allergic, like hives, asthma, the whole thing. I never questioned it. We built our entire life around that. No pets, no visiting certain friends, even declining rentals that had pet dander, in quotation marks. 2 weeks ago, his sister let it slip that he used to have 2 cats in college. I thought she misspoke, but she even showed me photos of him cuddling with them. When I confronted him, he admitted he's not allergic. He just doesn't like cats and thought if he told the truth, I'd try to convince him anyways. I just stood there, stunned. He lied for years about something small, yes, but something that shaped how we live. Now I keep on wondering, what else has he made up? Because it was easier than saying no.
Right.
And that's it. That's like,
oh my God.
the story.
Yeah, because that's what I've been thinking too. I'm like, well, if it's just so easy for you to just go along with this lie for like so long.
Yeah, 5
Because it's
years.
so small of a lie. Like, it really is one of those things where it's like you would have to forget at some point that you even said that because it's so whatever. But it's like, apparently it wasn't so
Yeah, well,
whatever.
I think like because like she's like, well, we did this and like didn't do this. Like
how long would he have kept it up for if his sister would have never
like never would have said anything?
And like, what is like? So he's insinuating that like what that she's done this before with other things, or just assuming that she would do this kind of thing.
He's like, what's a good enough reason that she won't like battle me on
Which is
it?
weird.
Which is weird. And it's like crazy that he doesn't like them now, but used to have them in college.
And I wonder if it's actually like, oh, they died or something, and he just doesn't want to have that connection again and lose another, like lose cats again. But if it's that, then say that. But like, if it really is like, oh, I just don't fucking fuck with cats, like what happened that made you not fuck with cats? Because clearly you had 2 of them.
Yeah,
like what happened?
It was with an ex, and now he doesn't ever want cats again.
Right? I don't know, but like also, I find it weird that you wouldn't include your sister in on the lie.
Yeah.
Like, hey, by the way, like, don't tell her I had these cats.
That's a big thing, guys. If you're gonna fabricate a story,
make sure you tell.
Make sure like everyone's involved.
Yeah,
because like it's always awkward when like I swear it's like little things. Sometimes they'll be like, oh yeah, like this person told me XYZ, and I just like I'm like, oh yeah, like. What? Like, I didn't know I was supposed to cover for you. Like,
right.
At least loop me in. Like, I'll just say, oh, yeah. But then it's like, what if it's that TikTok trend and they're like, oh, will my friend cover?
They lie? Oh my God. I love that trend, low key. Some people be so creative. They're so creative. Yeah. I saw one where she's like, he's like, yeah, he was feeling Domino's or whatever. And she's like, but then why did he's like, I said he was feeling it, but we ended up getting something else. Yeah. So funny. That like he would, I don't know, fabricate such a like lengthy story. Like it's not like he went into depth or anything. Not like I'm allergic to cats. I've always been allergic to cats. Just I'm allergic to cats, and like to literally make his own life harder too. Like it wasn't just like hers and like we can't live in this one. It's like you both are affected by him choosing to lie about this random thing, because it nowhere in her story too did she say like, oh, I wanted to have cats, and that's when he said I'm allergic to cats. Just he always was allergic to cats, which is like so crazy that he was trying to get ahead of it before it was like a thing.
And I wonder how long they've been together, because like I wonder if like maybe like I know they're in their 30s or whatever. I said like close to he's 30 for sure.
Yeah.
But you know, like has he had a past relationship where this was an issue and like that was the fix, so he just like kept going with it?
Those 2 cats from college were actually forced on him.
Yeah.
Like he didn't want them. Yeah. I don't know.
It's just weird because like I mean, I know how you feel about lying, and I know like you wouldn't like keep up a charade for that long anyways, or
that's
even
crazy.
Like make up a lie like that.
Yeah.
But if you did have like one little thing that you lied about, and like it was like, let's not say that, but let's be like one time your date tried to take you somewhere and you don't want it, and instead of being like, oh, I don't want it, you're like, oh, I'm allergic.
Okay. Like how I don't like coconut, so sometimes I'll be like, I'm allergic to coconut.
Yeah. And then like so then like, you know, they avoid coconut whatever, and then like you guys go to like a dinner or something, and like you accidentally eat this delicious dessert and
it had coconut in it,
and he's like freaking out, and then you're just like, oh, like I guess I'm not allergic. Like, do you stick to the lie?
I act anaphylactic.
Like, or do you be like, oh my God, maybe like I'm not allergic anymore?
Oh my God, it's a miracle.
I grew out of
grew out of it.
Or do you say, you know what?
I feel like
I
you're
was
caught
just
up at that
kidding.
point.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can say just kidding because that's a crazy, like a crazy phrase.
You're like, April Fools.
I gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends how long. Cause to me, even when I joke, like I'll make a joke and I'm like, just kidding right after. Cause like I feel like I can't tell you fast enough that I'm not being serious because I don't want it to be considered a lie. You know what I mean? And like, so with that, I don't know. I feel like you're caught up at that point. Once you're eating it and you had said you were allergic to it, you're caught up. You gotta admit everything now. It's gonna be embarrassing, but it's like, what can you do?
Yeah.
Other than say sorry, I lied. I guess. Because why are you lying about that?
Yeah.
That's so wild. I don't know. I'm really shocked that he would lie about something like that. And I wonder if, like, they're going to last.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, I don't know. Okay, is this breakup worthy for you?
I don't know if this is breakup worthy. It is ridiculous. I think that it is kind of a red flag to be like, oh, let me look out for, like, other things they could lie about, I guess. Or, like, things they might fabricate just so that, I don't even begin to ask them a thing, you know? I would start questioning everything they were allergic to, everything that they have said they can't have or don't like or whatever. I'd be like, well, is that true or is it like whatever? So I don't know if it's breakup worthyable, but it's definitely worth a longer conversation.
Yeah. Well, I think for her, I feel like on her end, it almost sounds like it is
breakup worthy.
Gonna be breakup worthy because now she's just questioning their whole relationship.
Yeah, well, I do think it's really crazy to lie about, and they do say like if you lie about something small, you're more likely to lie about something big.
Like I feel like it's like not one of those things where you lied one time and it was so small. It's like you lied one time and it was so small, and you kept it up for 5
that's
years.
True. That's true. 5 years is a long time to be lying, sustaining a lie.
So then I would probably be questioning everything like. Okay.
Yeah. You can hold up a lie for this long. Yeah. And the only thing that outed you was your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to question everything. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I know I said it was our last one. I have a really quick one, and I feel like I don't really know where to insert it, but I recently got diagnosed with a micropenis at 21, and it has destroyed me.
I didn't know you could be diagnosed.
Yeah, like if you go to the doctor, like
I thought you could just tell.
Okay. I inquired about my hormone levels and development with my doctor. This led me to be seen by an endocrinologist who measured and, to my surprise, diagnosed me with a micropenis. It was 2.5 inches when fully hard. They told me this is medically considered a micropenis, and I was in the first percentile. They said it works fine, but there's not really much they can do about the size. This was crushing. I've honestly been really upset and distraught ever since. My ego just feels so low and damaged. It honestly makes me want to cry often. It's so unfair. Honestly, I did know I was smaller than average, but I thought I'd be okay, and I couldn't imagine the difference was that great. Never could I imagine it was technically a micro. Just knowing it's literally in the first percentile, like 99% of men are bigger, is so defeating. I feel as it just shuts so many doors, as I believe women would want something bigger. Just feels like I literally can't compete. And that's it. And this is literally yesterday.
I think I already know what we're gonna say about this because like we've had like conversations about bodies on this podcast numerous times and about how everyone has varying different anatomies and stuff like that, and that does not make you less than anybody else for having a varying. It's just what you're born with. Some people have fucking huge clits. Some people have like non-existent clits. Some people have fucking micropenises. Some people have humongous horse cocks. It's like either way, you're not for everybody and not everybody's for you.
Yeah.
So it's like, I understand though the societal pressure of like, oh, you have a micro penis. Cause like the term micro penis in its of itself is so, like, it's like used as a joke, used as like a thing to like knock somebody else. Like even if you don't know the size of their penis, you're still using it as like a joke. And like, I think like it is very big like in the male world to be like, oh, if you're not hung, like you're not nothing, which is like crazy because there's plenty of women who have very small cervixes and can't have hung penises or can't have larger than average, or even like some women are into micro penises. That's their thing. Like Dude, there's somebody out there for everybody, and that's like the one thing that people forget all the
Yes,
time.
yeah.
There's numerous people for everybody out there.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
that's crazy. And like there's so many things nowadays that people can do in the bedroom to help enhance
Yeah.
sex. If you have a micro penis, there's things that you can put on your penis.
Yeah, they have like
extenders
and
and like all kinds of things. Like
Yeah.
just experiment, be fun. And I feel like embracing what you have and working with it and trying to like adapt to that is a better thing to do than to be hard on yourself, because you're just gonna probably end up impotent at that point.
Yeah. And I feel like also, I don't know if it's like one of those things that they should like maybe consider like renaming, like,
Right.
so it's not so like,
Well, if that's the medical term.
yeah, which also like medically, like in my head, when I think of a micro penis, I'm thinking like half a centimeter, like,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know, like, you know,
I
half
feel
an
like
inch,
I
you know
feel
what
like
mean?
because for him to specify that it was too hard, then that
Two and a
probably
half, two
that
and a
probably
half.
means when it's not hard, it's even
It's
smaller.
smaller.
So that's
Yeah.
probably it's probably what you're
Yeah.
thinking of is like that, like size. And like honestly, probably I feel like for a lot of micro penises, I mean, I haven't seen many, but like if it's
Have you seen any in real
I
life?
don't think so.
Okay, I was gonna say
I
many.
was gonna say I don't think so, but like I've probably seen like I think I've seen images of them online.
yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I
for
mean?
sure.
Like, and it's like I mean, it kind of looks like a little button. Like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Well, and like I feel like that's what you think of for the actual like micro, like something
Yeah,
so
so
small.
like it doesn't even
and, like,
extend.
And it sounds like, I wonder, I'm gonna look it up real
Because
quickly.
I think 2% being in the
feel like-
1%
I
is
feel
like
it
not
sounds
bad.
like he's at the end of the like
1%. Yeah, he's like the biggest of the
Yeah.
smallest. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Because I was gonna say two is not actually like that small. Like as I was thinking, I would think 1.5 or like a half would be micro, but like 2 is literally what half of average, no, or like a little bit less than half an average. Because what's average? 5, 6. So it's a
Yeah.
third of average or whatever. It's not bad, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like there's no excuse at this point to not be able to satisfy people regardless of your genitalia, because there's so many things.
Okay.
What?
This is just an AI overview. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah.
Boo, but it was just the first one that popped up. Definition. And it's interesting because it has micro penis sizes for newborns, children's, and adults.
Mm-hmm.
But in adults, it says penis length less than 3.67 inches.
So anything below 3 is, or 3.5
yeah,
is small, or is a micro.
yeah.
Okay, well, and then what? And then after that, it goes to average. It goes from micro to average, and then
I would guess so. Yeah,
large or something.
large. Yeah,
Yeah, not everybody, fucks with the same boat. Everybody
Yeah.
likes to ride different rides sometimes, and like not everyone's built for each other. But I think that the worst thing a guy can do for their health and their like mental health and penis health, honestly, because the more you think about it, the less your penis works. Like that's like a fact.
yeah.
Just have confidence, because confidence is key.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and like toys, fucking don't be ashamed.
Yeah. Also, like it's like an actual thing. Like if it's really that detrimental, like you should go to therapy. They have a bunch of therapists that sexualize in this type of stuff, kind of like on the same guidelines of like people who are like trans or like
right,
struggling with stuff like that. They literally have it
intersex.
for,
Yeah,
if you're really like that concerned with it, like, and if it's like something that's crippling to you, like that's something you need to go get help, like
yeah.
talk to a therapist, because like
Yeah.
they give you tools and stuff to realize like it's not, the end of the world, and like probably can even work with like a sex therapist to like get a better idea and stuff.
Yeah.
And like TBH, a lot of people like prefer a smaller penis because their argument is like when it's so big, like they can't even do anything with
Yeah.
it.
And like also like that anatomy works with women too. Like the uterus, the inside of us is not the same for everybody.
Yeah.
Like Jess said, like when she says like, oh, they don't know they can't do anything with it, it's because like it literally won't fit in there. And then like that person with the penis also is like, oh great, like I
Yeah.
can't fit in there, and so like it's uncomfortable for everybody. And so that's just like part of what makes, like, not everybody is built for everybody in a very specific way. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like some people's penises and vaginas don't fit together, and some people don't even like that. Some people don't like penetration.
Yeah.
So really, it's like, it's not the
Yeah.
end of the world. And
Yeah.
I do think it's important, like Jess said, to like go seek mental health help if it's really bothering you, because I can imagine it's really bothering him.
Yeah.
Because it bothers a lot of men,
Yes.
even who don't have micro penises. It bothers them so much about their size. So it's like,
Yeah.
it is like, and you know, we have kind of talked about it, but like men's mental health is very much ignored.
Yes.
And like, you need to advocate for yourself. So if you feel some type of way, you need to go seek help before it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like also a lot of contributing factor to like men feeling that way is also like porn.
Yes, because everyone has huge cocks in those videos, because
Yeah.
that's like their selling point, right?
Yes, and like that's unrealistic, guys, and
Yes.
like that's not like, just got to remember porn is a fantasy.
Yeah, as my partner's mom says, she says that doesn't really happen.
Yeah,
yeah, like that
literally.
doesn't really happen.
Don't be getting your sex education from porn, guys. There's so many
Literally.
better outlets to learn from.
Just literally, I feel like the best way to learn about sex is to have sex and it be bad, and like you fucking figure it out with people, like communicate and talk
Yeah.
about stuff, because that's the only way to know how to satisfy people too.
Yeah.
Not everyone's the same. I'll keep saying that again. So every single time you have sex with somebody, you should be communicating.
No,
What are your
yeah.
wants? What are your needs? What are my wants? What are my
Yes.
needs? So you guys can both fulfill those things for each
Yeah,
other.
and actually a little, probably like in the summer, a friend was telling me about how them and a partner got the Kama Sutra
Oh, nice.
and read through it, and like it focuses a lot on like female pleasure, and like if you like, it's not just like a book of sex positions, it's like a book of connected sex.
Yes,
So
yeah.
like that could be like a tool you use. There's like a bunch of resources, and it's not the end of the world. Guy, if you off chance listen to our podcast, we're rooting for you.
Yeah. I found just real quick, the Cleveland Clinic, the Mayo Clinic, one of the most famous clinics on micropenises, says that it's actually very rare that people have micropenises. It's
Like actual like
like a genetic documented micropenis.
Yeah.
Because like you said, they can diagnose it in children, babies.
yes.
0.6% of the worldwide has it.
Okay.
Approximately 1.5 in 10,000 newborns are born with micropenises in the United States. And it says that if the length is less than 2.5 standard deviations below the average, for example, if the average is 5.25, then 3.67.
Yeah, okay.
For newborns, 1.4. So if it's 0.75 or less,
Yes,
then they have a
okay.
micropenis, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, interesting.
So very interesting.
And I wonder how updated the like average size for male penises is, because I wonder if like how recent the study is, like if they do it now, is there going to be a new average or not?
Apparently, micropenises are usually caused by fetal testosterone deficiency,
Interesting.
which can be a variety of conditions.
Okay, I was going to ask.
Hypogonadism, hypogonadotrophic, Prader-Willi syndrome, Kallmann syndrome. It could be the pituitary gland specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's very interesting because it, like, I guess, affects their testosterone,
Yeah.
which makes sense. Which is also, like, why some people have large clits, is because
Yes,
of the
yeah.
testosterone. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Wow. What a great Reddit rift.
Yes. Yes. Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for joining us in the abyss in this Reddit rift. Have a great day
Evening.
and good night.
Bye.
Bye.